please focus. Okay, I think that's good. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope that your friends and family and everyone you know and everyone you care about is safe and healthy. I know it's a bit of a weird time to post this video, but at the same time I thought, it's a good opportunity for you to get some distraction from all the craziness that's going on around the world, because this is something that a lot of my girlfriends have been asking me for a really long time. I should have done it a long time ago. Anyway, I finally have all the time in the world in my hands, so I just want to show you the best tips and tricks on how I do my everyday makeup. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, also I've noticed I have this rash going on my neck, so please don't worry about me, I'm fine. It's just something that happens to me on a regular basis, and unfortunately I can't cover it with makeup. Maybe I could, but I'm already done with all the stains on my clothing, to be honest. Okay, let's get into it. Now, I feel like this footage might be shocking to some of you who have not seen me without makeup yet, and thanks to the new culture of sitting indoors on my ass all day for the sake of public health, I've been consuming way too much chocolate than usual, which is now clearly visible on my face. But I'm not going to wait any longer until all these blemishes magically disappear, so let's just roll with it. So typically after I prep my face with a moisturizer, I go in with foundation. And I'm currently using this light coverage Maybelline Fit Me foundation in shade 125 Nude Beige. And I'm just applying it all over my face with my fingers, gently massaging it towards the edges of my face, just like a normal moisturizer. And I feel like this way the foundation really nicely melts into my skin. And it also has SPF in it, which is great because I never go outside without sunscreen on my face. Don't forget your neck to make sure it matches your face skin tone and ideally also your body. I'm definitely guilty of that, and sometimes my face looks like I just arrived from vacation in Brazil and the rest of my body screams I haven't left my house for 3 months. Whenever I want my makeup to stay in place throughout the day, and when I don't want to worry about hugging people and leaving my face prints all over their shirts, I would use this other drugstore foundation as a second layer. For special occasions, I would use the amazing Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, but since my most special occasion at the moment is to go get groceries, I'm just going to use the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage foundation, and then I'm taking a damn beauty blender and pressing it really well onto my skin. Then, with that hand that still has some foundation left on top of it, I'm rubbing this foundation leftovers onto my neck and go over everything with a beauty blender again. Instead of an eyeshadow primer, I'm just using a bit of the same high coverage foundation on top of my eyelids, and to prevent it from creasing, I'm just going over it with a translucent powder from Catrice, using this fluffy eyeshadow blending brush from Real Techniques. Okay, but here's another tip from me. Instead of a bronzer, I'm actually using a powder from Maybelline, which is a few shades darker than my actual skin tone. Basically, I fucked up again one day and bought the wrong darker shade, and then I realized that it actually works really nicely as a contouring powder and also serves as a foundation for my bronzer. Because otherwise, if I put the bronzer directly on top of my foundation, it always turns out really patchy and cakey. So with a fluffy blush brush, I'm applying the Hoola bronzer from Benefit that everyone's obsessed with. I mean, it's quite nice, it's just matte, and if you blend it really well, it gives you that very natural sun-kissed look. And with the same bronzer, but with a smaller eyeshadow blending brush, I'm going to contour the crease of my eyes, which will give it a bit of a depth and definition. And next comes the torture tool, how some dudes like to call it. If you have curly eyelashes, you can skip the step, but the straight spider legs around my eyeballs definitely need it. Then I'm actually going to apply a little bit of mascara on my top lash line, just a teeny tiny bit. For example, I have this awesome mascara minis from Benefit, and even though they're pretty much empty, I just want to have a little bit of definition to my top lashes because their shape is going to help me guide my eyeliner later. If you're new to this makeup tool, I suggest the following. First, go ahead and grab a brown eyeliner pencil. I really like this long-lasting pencils from Essence, and I'm going to put it on my inner top lash line, if it makes sense, like right under my top lashes. This is pretty creepy, but I promise it's worth it. No matter what eye shape you have, this will make your lash line look a lot thicker and your eyelashes more voluminous. And once you get to the edge of it, you kind of follow the growth line of your top lashes and kind of extend it further from the outer corner of your eye. Look down, look straight, and really make sure that this dark line imitates longer lashes in the outer corner of your eye. I'm actually going to grab this small flat angled brush and then just smudge it and extend the pencil line that I've drawn and make sure that the edges are really sharp. And depending on the look you're going for and your eye shape, you might just want to leave it here, or this could also serve as a great foundation for a gel eyeliner that I'm going to do later. But first, I want to accentuate my crease. So I'm going to use this eyeshadow palette from Essence, and I'm grabbing the matte brown eyeshadow, and with this flat kind of fluffy brush, I'm blending a little bit of the eyeshadow into the crease and slightly above that line. With this, I want to create a shadow from my eyelashes. And not only does it make my eyelashes look fuller, but it also gives my eye a bit more depth and makes it appear bigger. Then I'm grabbing a lighter brown shade with this fluffy eyeshadow buffer brush and blending the shadow just above the crease so that the eyeshadow evenly spreads from the darker crease shades and gets lighter towards the eyebrow, if it makes sense. Kind of creating that smoky eye look, but really natural with only 2 brown shades really. And here comes the gel eyeliner. I'm using the one from Maybelline, and my trick here is that instead of some eyeliner brush, I'm actually using a thin eyeliner pen. It's just that I usually don't like the consistency of an eyeliner pen, but I do like the shape of it, so it's just perfect for the gel eyeliner application. Okay, I feel like you can play a drinking game here and literally drink every time whenever I say the word eyeliner. But then I'm just clearing out the edges of my eyeliner with a Q-tip, or sometimes just my fingernails, and make sure that it's all sharp and clean. And right after the eyeliner is done, I like to go in with concealers, and I must confess I have an unhealthy obsession with concealers. Like, if you ask me what's the one thing I can't leave my house without, I would instantly scream concealer. I have different concealers from Kiko, Rimmel, and Manhattan, and I'm gonna go with a high coverage concealer from Manhattan to cover pigmentation around my eyes and around my nose and blend it all in with a beauty blender. Just make sure to not move it around, but really pressing it into my skin to make sure it stays put. And then I'm going to use the same translucent powder from Catrice to fix that concealer in place. But first I kind of press it in with my finger just to make sure that there are no creases, and then quickly and lightly go over it with my translucent powder. And then just finish it with a beauty blender, so I'm just pressing it to lock it all in place. If you have more narrow set eyes like me, you will love this. With a very basic flat eyeshadow brush that typically comes with any eyeshadow palette you buy, I'm grabbing the white matte eyeshadow and I'm putting it into my inner corner, blending it up to the brow and on top of my eyelid. But if you went over your crease as well, it's not a big deal. You can just go in with a blending brush again and make sure your eye is well contoured. And if you went over your eyeliner, you can also fix that as well. And then I'm applying some more mascara on my top eyelashes. There's also one trick here that a lot of people use, and it's applying 2 different mascaras. First a lengthening one and then another with a volumizing effect. So you get that double action going on, and it really makes your eyes look huge. Wow. Honestly, I'm just sitting here freaking out at my face. Like, is that what people see when they watch me talk or get emotional? I'm really sorry, I need to be cautious with my face expressions. That's terrifying, seriously. Now is the eyebrow time, but actually today I'm not going to use the pencils, but just the spoolie first and simply brush my eyebrows up, because I really want to show you this really cool cheap product that you can always fix your eyebrows with, and it's this brown gel filler by Trend It Up. So what you want to do here is make sure to just take a little bit of product and brush off the rest, And then start off in the middle of your eyebrow and brush it up towards the end, and then go back into the beginning of your eyebrow with the leftover product, so you won't have those harsh edges and it's going to look very natural and super bushy. For the highlighter, I'm actually using a gold eyeshadow from Maybelline and applying it on top of my cheekbones with a fan brush. It doesn't look metallic, but actually gives that perfect glow to the face. With a smaller brush, I'm blending it underneath my eyebrow, and I'll give my nose a bit of contour too, and just apply that same dark shade powder on the edges. And on the bridge and the tip of my nose, a bit of a highlighter to make it appear slimmer. Now it's time for the rouge or blush. And I'm using this one from Catrice that I bought about 3-4 years ago, I can't remember. And with a buffer brush from Real Techniques, I'm just pressing it onto the apples of my cheeks. For the cute e-girl effect, I also put it on the bridge of my nose to make it look sunburned, which in reality won't even happen to me this summer with the lockdown still going on. And then I put a bit of a bronzer on my nose, and this makes you look alive and youthful as if quarantine has never happened. And then just to finish it all off, I grabbed the fluffiest brush in my collection and blend all the harsh lines, make sure all the eyeshadow is blended and all the bronzer and blush is seamlessly flowing into each other. And my favorite part, the fake freckles. I have different ways of creating a very natural faux freckles, but today I'm just going to use one of those precisely eyebrow pencils that I've showed you before, and I'm just randomly dabbing it all over my face and then lightly pressing it into the skin with my fingers. Also, it's a great way to turn your blemishes into freckles, or very believable birthmarks, I would say. That was very hard to pronounce. And another quick tip, if you notice that you messed up your mascara a little bit and got it on your eyelids, make sure to wait until it dries out, and then you can simply wipe it off with a spoolie of your eyebrow pencil. And the final step in my makeup is lips. I love the NYX Matte Liquid Lipstick, and I'm usually using it with a lip pencil from Maybelline. But if on some lovely days when you put a matte lipstick on and you feel like your lips look like a dry anus, just use any lip balm that you have laying around and use it instead on top. I have one that has a bit of a red tint to it, so it works really nicely. And when you smudge this lip balm over your lips and then go over your lip liner as well, it kind of blurs the edge of your lips and makes them look even bigger. At least that's how it works for me. And we're done! Here's the final look! I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new about makeup. I had so much fun filming this for you. I'd be really keen to create some more, so please let me know what you want to see next, and I'll do my best to not spend more than 5 years to post another one. Alright, bye bye!